Hello viewers, and welcome to a brand new episode of Trashtalk on Fabula Ultima, a series where I talk about the various classes you can mix together to create your desired heroic characters in your Fabula Ultima campaign. In today's episode, Wayfarer, Adventurer, Explorer, Treasure Hunter, the outdoorsmen that have traveled through the valleys, the trenches, the heights, and knew the dangers and wonders these places hold. You also can get a dog. In terms of mechanic, Wayfarer is more of a support class that can make traveling through the world map easier for the party and even get to know the locations more. You also can get a dog, definitely key priority here. Anyway, let's take a look at what free benefit this class will provide. Instead of increasing your HP or MP, Wayfarer lets you permanently increase your maximum inventory point. Inventory point is what is used to represent your, well, inventory, letting you pull whatever you need as long as you have the point to do so. Going from 6 to 8 points doesn't let you pull out more elixir or remedy, but it does let you take out a tonic to cure a status effect in combat without lamenting that you can't recover HP or MP through potion twice, or you can also let the whole party rest outdoor twice to fully recover, so that can be very useful, and it will be even more useful when you read about Wayfarer's skills. First, Faithful Companion. You have a dog. Together with your group, you can design a level 5 beast, construct, elemental, or plant creature to become your companion. This creature can have 2 basic attacks. It gains accuracy check equal to the skill level, and their HP get increased via skill level 2, while you can use the companion as a meat shield. It is not another full unit on your side. Instead, you must use your action to command your companion to do things. If your companion falls to 0 health, they flee and rejoin you at the start of the next scene in which you are present at half health, meaning, it's totally fine to throw your pet in the path of a boss super death laser to block the attack. It's fine, they can take it. To summarize the lengthy skill description, you have a dog, you have to command it with your action to do things, but it still means that you have more attack variety to use with, and more HP to potentially tank for your allies. Your companion can also be basically anything, and you can use it to complement your build, like a magic-oriented companion for a physical-oriented Wayfarer, or vice versa, because your companion will be using their own set of dices different than yours. Second, Resourceful. You can gain skill level worth of inventory point after each travel roll. Travel roll is done during travel to determine whether or not the party get an encounter with enemies or something else, and it's basically rolled per day, meaning, for every day, a Wayfarer can just recover inventory points on the go, which is something you can only do by visiting towns or places to replenish your supply. Needless to say, this is extremely useful and let the Wayfarer to have a more liberal uses of their inventory. Third, Tavern Talk. When you rest in an inn or tavern, you can ask the GM up to skill level amount of questions about your surroundings and the people living here. The GM will answer the question truthfully and you describe how you obtain the information. This is a pure role-playing skill, letting the Wayfarer player be the one to figure out what's going on in this living hub fast. It's similar to what Loremaster is doing, but where Loremaster get their info from the mountain of books they have read, Wayfarer get their info from asking the people living there. Fourth, Treasure Hunter. When your group journeys on a world map, the group make a discovery on a roll lower than skill level +1 instead of just 1 on a travel roll. Normally, when you roll a 1 on a travel roll, you can make a discovery. Discovery is always something good for the party, even if it involves danger, like a dungeon, merchant caravan, safe haven, a sword in a stone, etc. With this skill, you can just tumble across random good stuff way more often. You should probably help your GM in figuring out what good stuff to give. It's kinda your fault really. And fifth, Well Traveled. You reduce the dice for travel roll by 1 size to a minimum of d6. Multiple characters having this skill do not stack. A travel roll dice size is dependent on how dangerous a location is. This essentially represents the Wayfarer knowing how to avoid danger on the road better, or maybe they just know how to run good. After putting in 10 levels into a class, it is considered as mastered and you can no longer level it up further, but you gain access to a class exclusive heroic skill, and for Wayfarer, it has access to 7 heroic skills, 2 in core rulebook, 3 in natural fantasy, and 2 in the 6th Fabula Ultima bonus supplement. In the core rulebook, first there's Heroic Companion, which, obviously, needs the Faithful Companion skill. Your companion is now stronger, in every single way, more HP, bigger dice, and even more skills to use. If you like your companion, get this. Next, there's Status Immunity. You have become completely immune to a status effect of your choice. Do you like swinging big sword? Well, make it impossible for you to be poisoned, or weak, or go for enraged or slow if your build is more about dexterity. Either way, you are immune to 1 out of 6 status effect now, that can be very useful. In the Natural Fantasy Atlas, there's Fitcast, a heroic skill I have explained before that can also be unlocked by Chime Wrist, Darkblade, Esper, and Fury. Basically, you can now use raw muscle to punch out magic spell, as long as you wield a weapon that includes might, perfect for a magic fighter Wayfarer. Then there's Power Nap, which is very amusing, that can also be unlocked by Guardian or Merchant. On your turn, you can literally sleep in mid-combat to recover HP and MP equal to 20 plus half your level, which is a lot. However, you are also sleeping on field, your turn immediately end, you cannot see or hear things, and your defense drop to nothing and cannot be modified in any way. These penalties last until you wake up next turn, lose HP from something, or get hit by an attack or offensive spell. You literally just sleep off a wound or injury in mid-combat. That's so stupid, I approve, and if your team have 200% IQ, you might even be able to figure out some way of basically pricking you awake faster than your enemy can, to reduce the amount of health you could lose in any way possible. If you do, please tell me, I would like to hear it. Lastly, there's Side by Side, that also need the Faithful Companion skill. When your companion deals damage, they do +5 extra damage. When you perform a check, you may spend 1 Fabula point and invoke one of your companion's traits to let them reroll one or both dices. Also, after you command your companion to perform an action, you may, 1. Have both you and your companion recover 10 MP, or, before next turn, the first time you or your companion perform a check, gain a bonus equal to your skill level in Faithful Companion. Where Heroic Companion makes your companion more capable in combat, Side by Side is more about improving your relationship with your companion, letting you use Fabula point with your companion's trait to improve a dice roll, perform in between turn action better, or just recover MP together. It's a shame you can't pick both at once, because that would be really good. Finally, in the 6th Fabula Ultima bonus supplement, there's It Lives, that can also be unlocked by Tinkerer, and requires both Faithful Companion skill and Visionary skill from Tinkerer. Since this is yet another mixed requirement skill, I'm just gonna be quick about this time because Tinkerer is a bit lengthy to explain. Tinkerer is a class where you can invent anything, which is why it comes with the longest pages of mechanic to let you do basically anything via a thing called project. Visionary is a skill where you can work on projects faster. With It Lives skill, your companion is now apparently a cyborg, because its affinity towards bolt is now absorbed, meaning lightning damage will heal it, and its max hit points is further increased by skill level in Visionary. When your companion deal damage, if they have no weapon equipped, they deal extra damage equal to your skill level in Visionary. That's one way to improve your companion, I suppose, you know, just a little augmentation. Finally, there's Symbiotic Roots, a heroic skill that can also be unlocked by Chime Wrist, Florist, and Mutant, and also requires Faithful Companion skill. When you recover hit points, you can choose to recover only half as much, the other half going towards your companion, at the end of your turn. If your companion's HP is equal or higher than their max HP, and they have not performed an action or attack during your turn, you may have your companion perform a free attack. In short, keep your companion topped up, and they can now, actually, attack on their own. That can be a massive boost to your DPS, and you can actually pick up the skill along with other Faithful Companion heroic skill depending on your character build, so you can really consider getting this skill. And that's about it on Wayfarer, the outdoorsman that knew the land well, and also has a dog. That's all for now, and I will see you all next time. Hello there, if you like this video, please subscribe and click that notification bell button. If you want to see the videos early as well as further support my channel, you can join in my Patreon page, or buy me some coffee, links in the description. Anyway, have a nice day.